Key question to ask is, if you are so smart, if you are so hardworking, if you are so capable, if you have figured out life, why aren't you happy yet? You watch so many reels, you watch so many thoughts, you read so many books. W- Despite all these efforts, why aren't you happy? Why aren't you satisfied? Why aren't you content? Human beings have a programming, uh, have a neurochemical reward system, which promises them happiness if they strive, if they put certain efforts. If you work so hard, you might get a promotion, and that promotion promises you to be happy. If you study hard, you will get a degree, and that degree promises you to make you happy. If you eat this ice cream, it will make you happy. If you apply this cream, you'll become beautiful and you will become happy. And human beings throughout their life go on eating these ice creams, applying these creams. But somehow, no one is happy. If these fixes worked, we would have been in a utopian society, content, happy, smiling, joyful, long ago. But we are anything but. We can see today that somehow this promise is broken. We can see it very clearly if you only stop and observe that that you have been lied to. You have done exactly what the society has told you to do, but you are never not nowhere close to being happy. You are nowhere close to forget being happy. You're nowhere close to being in a positive state of mind, even. All that this programming has made you do is to buy the next promising thing that makes you happy. All this programming has made you do is to buy the next shiny thing which promises you to make you happy. And you spend your entire life being a slave so that you can afford shiny things. You fulfill your part of promise, but the promise doesn't keep itself. You work hard, you follow rules, you do everything within your power to afford that shiny thing, next thing. But somehow you find yourself back in the same position again. But yet, the makers of these shiny things, they are not worried that you will fall out their life. They are not worried that you will awaken because these makers know that you yourself want to believe this lie. It's not they who are who's cheating you. It's you who is cheating you. So you keep on craving for the next shiny thing, for that elusive person, for that elusive event in your life, which will ultimately make you happy. And in this way, you spend your 70, 80 years and call that a wonderfully lived, fulfilled life. You ask, what is the alternative? What can I do if not this? What is it that I should do that will make me happy? If adding things and adding people has not made you happy, let's try the opposite for a while. Let's, even insects understand it that if something is not working, let's try something else. If A is not working, let's try B. If B is not working, let's try C. Human beings also do this, but they do it in a micro way. They feel that if a Maruti Suzuki is not making me happy, let me try a Hyundai. If Hyundai is not making me happy. Let me try a Mercedes. If Mercedes is not making me happy, let me try a Lamborghini. But that's choosing the same things again and again and wanting a different result, isn't it? So if, you know, a particular line of action has not worked, let's try another line of action. Let's try to do something else which might succeed. You have given your 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years to one approach. Why don't you try and give just a couple of minutes, not years, minutes, to another approach? We have seen that accumulating objects, people, experiences has not satisfied you thus far. Now, here's what I propose. Let's try and eliminate things, people, experiences from life. Let's try an experiment where whenever the mind tells us to buy the next thing, we tell the mind to instead give away a thing that we propose, to give away a thing that we own. Whenever the mind tells us that to get a new friend, let's ask the mind to eliminate a toxic relationship from our life. So far, we have tried to add things. Now let's try and subtract things. All our scriptures across religions, all the accumulated wisdom just point to this thought that you are not your possessions, you are not your relationships, you are not even your body. What you are you cannot conceive, right? But that self-realization and that moksha seems too far. Instead, what we could start is just elimination of one small thing in our life. One mental model suggests that whenever you want to eat a whole elephant, you have to start with the first bite. Moksha, self realization, these are all huge concepts. Elimination or transcendence of the body mind seems impossible. Let's start with a small thing first. Let's start by giving up one small object today. Just take a tiny, useless piece from your house right now, an object which you haven't ever noticed, and give it away to someone who might actually need it. If you can't find anyone who needs that object, you know, eliminate that object from your life. Throw away the trash. Throw away whatever has been sitting there for years. Once we set this type of an action in motion, soon it will become a habit to keep on eliminating things, eliminating people from our life. And once we do that, we will start eliminating useless thoughts, useless ideas, toxic behaviors from our own life. Once we do this, bit by bit, we will eliminate what we call as our body and mind. And then eventually, what remains is pure awareness, pure happiness that you were always seeking. This is my first audio something that I am doing just as a way to give back and share what has helped me reach a state which I cannot describe. Let me not even attempt it. So I'll use this medium to communicate. And even if one person listens to this audio and tries to change, I think that the purpose of this body and this mind in this life will be served. Take care. Goodbye.